guys, good news. I have just been freed from my academic session of 24-25 and 9 class is over, and so till the 1st of April I am free because that's when I get to 10th, and of course I'll still make audios and videos because 10th after all is a grade, okay? It's not that hard, it's not as hard or it's not as depressing as people make us believe it. So I am back with something new, and it's Tell Me Why. So let's get to the things that I will discuss today. There are 2 things that I'll discuss today, so let's get to the first one. First, I will talk about Charles Darwin. So you'll not see any photos of him because all of these photos I've just put in some cute animals and stuff. But let me tell you about Charles Darwin. Why is Charles Darwin remembered? The English scientist Charles Darwin is remembered for his ideas about evolution after years of study and traveling on voyages of exploration. Well, he was a great scientist, and he had many patents, and he had many, he was remembered for many things, and well, there's no one that doesn't know his name because it's just very famous and worldwide, that too, not in just some countries and stuff. So well, he had a big hand in the just explaining about evolution and stuff, how we became humans from the monkeys that we were. So yeah, he discovered that many islands had populations of unique creatures. I mean, he found many species of birds and animals, and the living things that we didn't even know that existed. That's a big thing. Nowadays, there are a lot of animals and birds and fishes and types of creatures that we don't know that exist. Well, they exist, but we just haven't found them yet. So we don't even know the 90% of what goes on in the oceans of Earth. So I think we should dig deeper too. Darwin was able to show how these creatures differed from their close relatives elsewhere, somehow, that is. In the Galapagos Islands, for example, he found a unique range of life due to their isolation from the mainland. So see, is this what this has come to? Because where there is human beings, there is low life expectancy, life expectancy of other creatures, other birds, animals, fishes and stuff. Well, that's just sad, I guess, and humans need to, well, tone that down a bit. So what he is very famous for, and that is because he is the one that introduced the theory of evolution and natural selection. Survival of the fittest, and how the nature selects a certain living creature, gives it this job and that job, and every living thing that walks this earth, walks or fishes, swims on this earth, or flies on this earth for that point, well, all of them have certain roles, and without these animals, even without one of them, we might not be here. So this is very important. But this was the shorter of the 2 topics, but the next one is something that is related to academics. You will need this because if you're a science student, you're definitely gonna need this. So listen up, guys. Here's the next topic. Why do living things have Latin names? Now that is just confusing because, there's one person telling us that the name of this creature is giraffe, and the other is just this is giraffe, camelo, stuff and stuff. See, I don't remember it because it's very long. But yeah, every living creature has a Latin, or what we call the scientific name. So, and you know, vegetables, plants, birds, animals, fishes, flowers, and so every living thing, and like trees, all of them have like scientific Latin names, and that is very disturbing. By disturbing, I mean it's just confusing because it's just hard to remember. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Most plants and animals have popular names that can vary from place to place, so a name has to be given that would be recognized everywhere, like worldwide. It was decided to use Latin for the scientific names as it was the language used centuries ago by learned people. So see, Carl Linnaeus was the man who established the modern scientific method for naming plants and animals. Scientific names are usually in two parts. So see, you'll never see a scientific name that's like in one part, like not, it's not common. Maybe there should be one or two, but I don't think so. The first part is the generic name, which describes a group of related living things, and the second name is the scientific name, which applies to that living thing. This specific name may describe the living thing, or it could include the name of the person who discovered it. Sometimes a third part is included to indicate the subspecies, so that's why it's so confusing. Well, now that you know, maybe you'll have a better chance with like learning and stuff. So I just hope that you guys don't have a hard time now learning all about this, and I just hope that what I told you in this audio just like made it easier for you guys to, you know, remember things, or like just get the hint of it or something. So I guess this is where we like part our ways, and I'm sorry this was a little short because, well, I think I'm trying to make shorter audios and videos so that you guys won't get bored. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this audio of why do living things have Latin names and why is Charles Darwin remembered, and I'll be back with more interesting things of Tell Me Why. So this is the end of it. I'll be back soon. Just wait for me, okay? Bye!